All right, so today we're working on my buddy Don's little Chevy Colorado. This is a early 2009 unit. Sharp little extended cab truck. But he's got an old school folding tonneau cover, and all the rubber is dried out between the seals and it leaks and it won't stay lashed. He's had all kinds of problems with it. But I think he had it installed when the truck was new way back in 2009. So, I mean, he's gotten, 16 years of 15 years of use out of it. So today we're gonna give him an upgrade. But first we got to get this old one off. It's got these side rails to it, which appear to just be like double-sided taped on, if I remember right. I used to install these back in the day. It's been a while. And it's clamped into place and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and get all the old hardware removed, see if we can get these old bed rails off, and then see what it takes to get these side rails off. I'm a little nervous because that 3M double-sided tape is no joke, but it's been sitting out in the sun most of the day, so hopefully we'll have some luck. So it appears these back brackets are just got some Phillips screws in them that are holding them in, and the one in the middle and the ones in the front are all just 7/16 hardware. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can get this stuff broke free and unbolted here. Thankfully, Don winters south, so this truck hasn't spent a ton of time in Michigan. Most of this hardware is coming off really good. It does appear there's some hardware up in the front, which is also screwed into place. But I think the tonneau cover also latches up there, so I'm gonna see if I can open it up and get this thing off. And I was right, there's a latch in the front also. So I was able to just unlatch it. I think the right place for this is in the scrap pile. These front brackets, they had held in with some 1/4-inch screws. I've been doing all my work in the barn lately. Working on the barn lately, so I had to go out there and get my screw bit. Yeah. Simple unthreading. Those are off. Now for the Phillips, we'll see if we can get these back ones off. Nice. Sure does make a difference when these trucks go south in the winter and they aren't in the salt that Michigan puts on the roads. Stuff comes apart. Hallelujah. Now we're going to move on to the part I'm the most nervous about, which is these bed rails. So I have some plastic putty knife. I'm going to try and get underneath there with the plastic putty knife and see if I can remove those. But you know what? First, maybe we'll open the other box and make sure he didn't order the exact same cover and I can just drop it into place. So first thing I noticed when I opened it is this sticker. It says, "Please find hardware," is in separate boxes. I see a little box on the end there. I see one here, and I see this tailgate weather stripping. It also came with a little stick-on light, which is kind of neat. But I should have noted right away, I don't think it's long enough to have come with new bed rails, so I think we're safe to go ahead and peel these other ones off. So this has proven to be a real pain. I've got this plastic putty knife and I've been pushing and scissoring it back and forth, sawing at it, and I've made it in like a 1/2 inch, if that, and I've been working at it for over a half hour. This is not cool. So I did some reading online. There's a few different theories. Some guys use like fishing wire. I'm not a fisherman. Some guys just like saw at it with a razor blade, but man, that sounds scary. I don't want to cut up the bed, the paint, I don't want to cut through the paint and cause corrosion issues. Some guys use like wire. I don't know what the right answer is. I thought it'd be warm enough being in the sun that it wouldn't be too bad, but I don't know. I'm going to keep plugging away at it, see what I can come up with. So after a while, trying to be as gentle as possible, I actually ended up breaking my plastic putty knife, trying to like just slide it down the side in like a sawing action, kind of cutting, you know, to try and keep cutting through. And I was able to get through the first like 2 or 3 inches at the front end towards the back of the cab. And then I was able to take my fork tool, putting it across on top of the bed liner that flips over the front lip here, and push down on that. And I was able to pull up the first like few inches very gently. But now I've run out of reach with that. So I think I got to climb up in the bed and try and just lift on this thing. So yeah, Advil's going to be my friend tonight for sure. So Whitney was gracious enough to cut one of the guitar strings off her other guitar. And since I don't have fishing wire, this is the closest thing I could think of. So this, in like a sawing action, I seem to be cutting through the middle of the tape anyway. Once I get it cut, then I'll have to go back and get all the residue off. But yeah, you can see I already broke the aluminum rail trying to get it off, and I'm just nervous about bending up the metal by prying or anything, because let's be honest, there are none of these cars anymore that are made out of solid metal. So this is sawing its way through fairly rapidly. I'm totally shocked. But it's really hurting my fingers. Well, it worked. It leaves the tape in kind of you know, you can see the seesaw pattern that I was using. That really hurts your fingers. I'm glad I put on the leather gloves. They're thick. They're kind of padded inside.
You have the seesaw imprints on your fingers if you didn't.
I probably do anyway, actually.
Probably do.
If I take the glove off. Oh, yeah, that feels great. You can see that bright white line right there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that hurts. Anyway, now we got the fun project of trying to get the adhesive tape off. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not going to happen.
We may have to go buy that 3M makes like an eraser wheel. They knew their product was so good that you had to get this special eraser wheel to remove it. So I may have to go buy one of those things because this isn't working too well.
How's your arms feeling?
They're dying. It's like shaking your arms off and it's leaving everything a mess.
You wore the right shirt.
Yeah, grinding hard. You can see the dust that stuff left. But the bed rail's clean right up, man. A little bit of cleaner to get the last of the adhesive off. Just kind of wiped it all down. Now we'll see if we can do anything with this new cover. All right, so in the bags of parts, we've got, for some reason, 6 of these like fold over clamp looking things. A couple like permanent clamps, I'm guessing, with the wing nuts. There's a bag here that says spare parts, which looks like an extra one of everything in it. And then there's the tailgate weather stripping with a little light thing in there. So, yeah, we got to open up the main cover and see what we got in here. And then we do have some instructions, which we probably should read because I got yelled at the other day for not pre-reading instructions or something. I thought that real men didn't do that, but here we are, modern America. So just working away here, the like flip over latches for the center section and the rear section by the tailgate. It's just a matter of kind of lining stuff up and they thread right on. The ones for the very forward section, you've got like this clamp that's kind of a real heavy metal and then a wing nut. And you can see I've got that one installed on there. So I folded the cover all out, laid it on the bed, squared it all up, made sure it looks nice and true. You know, it's not sitting all cockeyed or kittywomps or anything. And then, yeah, just working on getting all of the hardware onto it, and we'll get the other side started, and then we'll clamp the forward sections down tight. And then it's just a matter of setting your tension adjustment on these. As simple as threading them tighter or looser, and then flipping over the latch to make sure it's down. They also kind of slick, but it's got like a removable pin that can go in one of two positions to lock that clamp down. So you don't have to worry about it accidentally opening up while you're in motion, which is a great feature. Looks like a really nice solid cover. You know, very, very high quality. So pretty slick, way better than the old days with the double-sided tape and all that jazz. This is a much simpler operation for sure. So how these work, this is actually the off or removal position. And then when you flip the lever, you can see it closes that gap, which would pinch the cover down. So that would be take it off. When you flip the lever down, you would be locking it down to the bed. And then it has this other pinpoint where you can move that pin and it locks it behind the threaded portion of the bolt so it can't go the other direction. So to lock the bed cover on, you would simply flip this handle and then move these pins to this other location. Kind of a slick setup. I got the front all tightened down. We're gonna set down this middle section and get all of these clamps adjusted. And then we'll finally fold down the back section and get those two threaded on and adjusted. So with these, it's literally just a matter of adjusting this until when you pull the lever down, you have the desired amount of tension clamping the cover down. So right now this one's still a little loose. So I just slide it out away from the edge of the truck bed. We will tighten it, which, I mean, if you were looking at it from the bottom, you'd be tightening it. Slide it back out to the edge of the truck bed, clamp it down. Yeah, that's got a nice little bit of tension on it. Can't lift the cover up, so that's what you want. I'll go ahead and do the other ones and move on to the back. Now that we have the forward section and the center section down, we're just going to put these on. So again, there's a hole in the bottom there. You got to line that up. That goes in, and then you flip it over and line up the threads, which are in this kind of barrel thing in the middle. Yeah, anyway, take my word for it. You'll see it when you're doing it. Once you get it started, just spin it to where we think we're close to the other ones were, which was about a 1/4 inch or so of thread showing right there. And we'll get the other one there, and then when we set it down, we'll just double check that tension and should be good to go. All right, so if we did our job right, slide those towards the center so they don't hit the bed sides. Roll that down. And then these guys, again, just slide to the outside edge of the bed and the lever flips over and that holds the tension on them. So I think this one I'd like a little bit tighter, so we'll give it a couple of revolutions, bring it back out here to the edge. Yeah, that felt good. Nice. Do that again over here. Same thing. I think I want it a little bit tighter. So we'll tighten it up a couple of revolutions. Slide back out to the outside edge. Flip that down. Yeah. not too much tension. You're not trying to bend the bedside or do anything crazy. You just want the cover to be solid so when you lift up on it, you can't lift it up. I think that's good. I think that's very good. Yeah. Lines up nice. The fit and finish is good. It's solid. And if you had a locking tailgate, you're locked. Your bed would be secure. Nobody's going to come up to this and just open it up unless they really want in, right? And then you're not going to keep them out no matter what. But yeah, that's a very nice fit and finish cover. I like that a lot. So you still can get into it by opening your tailgate. You've got a hard surface cover there. When you want to open it up, you just flip them latches, slide them inboard a little bit. Same thing, flip the latch, slide it inboard a little bit. Then you can fold that panel forward. And if you wanted to keep going, you can take this. It's got this bracket to hold the handles down. So you can fold those handles both down. Slide that bracket, lock that handle into place so they're not going to fold and ding into the forward section. But then, oh yeah, then you could unclamp that center section. Again, it's got two handles on either side. So the middle, we'll unclamp the middle. And then boom. You can fold that thing all the way forward. It's got straps here that'll lock into place. So you can keep it tied down. Oh, they just had a little plastic on them. Just needed to knock that out of the way. But yeah. Now you've got 2/3 of your bed open to haul. You do the same thing with this clamp. So you're in town, wife sees something she needs at the yard sale, boom. You got 2/3 of your bed open to haul it. If you do need the whole entire bed, it's just a matter of those wing nuts. You could unthread those wing nuts, and then you could take the cover off and just set it off to one side or the other. And you would have the whole entire bed without too much hassle. So that's a pretty slick setup. I like that. Very nice. Well, we'll get it closed back up. Probably going to rinse all the particles off from the eraser wheel that we burn up, trying to get all that tape. What a mess. And then we'll clean up in here and install the tailgate weather strip, which I don't know. I don't know how well it'll stay on there, but we'll see what we can do. Well, there you have it. So I went ahead and installed that weather stripping they gave you on the tailgate as a dust seal, I guess, when you're driving. Maybe it'll help keep some of the dust from rolling into the bed. I was looking at this little light they gave you. It doesn't even have any batteries in it. They sent it with no batteries. But something I thought was really funny, and I don't know, maybe because of the light, but it opens the wrong way. So usually be like righty tighty, lefty loosey, most oil caps, everything, you turn them to the left. That's the way they come off, at least in the States. Clearly says made in China right on the package. And to take it apart, you have to turn it to the right, which is super counterintuitive for me. Anyway, thought that was kind of funny. I'm just going to set that in the truck and let Don decide if he wants to stick it to the bed or not. Would be kind of nice to have some lights under the bed rails. I thought I did that in Spike, and I've thought about doing it in my Tundra too. Just under the tonneau cover, you want to grab something quick, it would be handy, but I don't know. I made it this many years without, so I'll probably continue to be without. Anyway, I think we're going to get this tonneau cover laid back down, clamped into place, and give him a call. Let him come and pick it up. And just like that, looking good. Thanks for watching.